One option you can consider when working with multi-camera source footage is to apply an initial white balance. Now, if you're using older versions of Premiere Pro, you'll have to do your color correction at the end. But the latest version of Premiere Pro adds the ability to use source effects. This means you can apply a color corrector before you even edit, which can be quite useful. Let's load up a clip. Now, in this case, I could use the slate for reference. Or I could simply look for something within the scene to adjust the clip. With the clip loaded, I can go to Effects here, and I'll type in three-way and drag the three-way color corrector on the source. You'll notice under Effect Controls that it appears. Now, you know that you've done this in the source monitor because this clip isn't yet in a sequence. This means it's a source effect. You might find it useful to temporarily split that apart so you can see things a bit easier. Now, as I make adjustments to this clip, I could refine things. Maybe I want to warm up the skin tones a little bit and cool down the shadows. And perhaps just lift the midtones a little so it's a bit brighter, while the output levels are clamped a bit to pull down the highlights, and put a little bit of saturation in. Well, the takeaway here is this. All of these adjustments were made to the original source clip. Now, by taking the time to apply the color correction up front, you could save time later. Rather than having to go through your sequence and look for every time you use camera 1, you could simply color correct the source file. This will then propagate into the sequence, and it makes it very easy. Now, this is applied to the master clip, and you could apply other effects on top of this. Just realize that in order to modify this, you have to go back to the actual source clip in the bin. So be careful not to overdo it here, but this is an opportunity to go through some of your footage and correct any global problems that you have. You still may go through and tweak from shot to shot or to enhance a look, but you could take care of any major problems right away and save some time down the road.